Aries, how are you guys? This is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts. So I am focusing on unspoken feelings. What's really in your person's heart? What is it that they haven't been able to express or say to you? So some of these messages could be coming through more like a 5D message, especially for those of you who are apart right now. So let's go ahead and see what presents itself here. These are the decks I'll be using, the Twin Flame Journey Oracle. It's just the name of the deck. You don't have to identify with a twin flame connection. And then Unspoken Messages Volume 2 by Fire Witch Tarot. And then I'll go ahead and clarify with my TANIELU Tarot. So let's get into it. Aries, let's take a look and see what needs to come through here. General as always, so please keep that in mind throughout your reading and take the parts of it that make sense for you and release the rest. All right, guys, for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, or you could be cross-watching for Aries. So let's see. Unspoken feelings, what's really in your person's heart? What is the scenario? What do we need to know here? All right, ooh, look at this. We've got return coming through. So for those of you who are either having issues right now, you guys could be together, but you know, possibly there is this need to just kind of go back to what you guys had in the beginning. But for those of you who are in separation, clearly it's indicating that this person wants you back in their life. This is the next card. We've got Observer. So this, for me, whenever I see this, it reminds me of somebody who could be maybe social media stalking. They're keeping an eye on you somehow, especially if maybe at one point in time you guys followed each other on maybe on Facebook or Instagram or whatever the case might be. So they could be keeping tabs on you. You may or may not know this. We have Fear. And the card after that is Stuck. So right off the bat, Aries, what I'm feeling for you and this person is that things could be stagnant. Maybe they are wanting to reach out. They certainly want you to return and come back, but maybe they don't quite know how to make all of this happen. You know, so a lot of these things could be weighing very heavily on them. These are things that they are not telling you, obviously, especially for those of you who are at a distance from one another. They could also be afraid of not just reaching out, but also how that would all unfold if they were to actually do that. So I'm kind of getting they might have thought about sending you a message, maybe on social media, or, you know, maybe texting you, communicating with you somehow. So they're kind of caught between a rock and a hard place here. That's kind of what I'm getting when it comes to this person. So if you're thinking about somebody that you're not with currently, or you guys could be struggling, you know, again, you could be together, but maybe you just feel like there's not a whole lot of progress in the relationship and that you guys really do feel stuck with where you're at. You guys could be at odds. Maybe, you know, one of you is more committed to the relationship than the other, but I feel it mostly for those who are not together currently. All right, so let's go ahead and see. Let's grab some words. Unspoken messages, unspoken feelings. What do we need to know? I'm sorry, I snapped at you. Please forgive me. Maybe, you know, one of the last conversations that you guys had. Or again, for those of you, because I'm not just focused specifically on those who are in separation. I kind of feel for some of you, maybe you and your person have just been at odds lately and they might have snapped at you. It does say, please forgive me. But I'm also getting for those who have split up, you're in separation, there's something tied into a conversation that you guys had at one point in time. And, you know, maybe you decided that you certainly weren't worthy of that type of treatment, and that could have, you know, put your walls up for some reason, something that they said, something that they did, and that could have also contributed to why you guys broke up. So they want forgiveness. We see that here. They want you back. All right, what else for Aries? Let me grab another card here. Take this only if it makes sense for your situation. It does say, I'm with a karmic partner out of convenience. Okay, so if that was the situation for some of you, maybe this person is with another individual. They know that it's a karmic relationship that they are in. So that could have been part of the disagreements and arguments that you guys might have had. That could also be creating why things are stuck, why things might be at a stalemate at this point in time. So they recognize perhaps that they hurt you somehow, especially if they decided to choose the karmic partner. I just got this download as well that if they were with somebody else at the time that you guys broke up, I'm kind of getting for certain scenarios that they are no longer with that person, which is why they feel they're available to be able to extend their hand to you, to be able to maybe reach you somehow. They've thought about it, but they're also afraid whether or not you would be open to it. So let's clarify. Let's grab some tarot here. The moon. Okay, so the moon can certainly represent a person's shadows. I feel through their own actions and behaviors, it could be representing that. But things could also be stuck and you guys might be in separation because they were deceptive in some way, shape, or form. I can tell you with this next card right here with the Six of Cups, Aries, they haven't stopped thinking about you. You're very much a part of their thoughts still. You know, they're sorry for what they said. They're sorry for what they did. The circumstances. Look at this, Five of Swords. So one of you decided to detach and walk away from the connection. If it's you, the viewer, this person, they understand it. You know, they get why you decided to distance yourself. But if they decided to walk away and focus more so on this karmic partnership, they now recognize that, you know, that was not the right thing to do. We've got the Hangman coming through. So one of you guys decided truly to back off, to just create distance and time apart from the relationship because it was a necessary parting of the ways. I kind of feel that vibe, that energy. But it could also have been very healing for you guys to spend time away from each other, especially if it was a third party, if, you know, this person just couldn't make up their mind which situation they wanted to really focus on. And maybe you feel like they made the wrong choice, but they still made that choice. Ace of Pentacles. So this person, they truly want to open up a new chapter to get things moving, but we clearly see that there's something here that is stagnant. It's not doing that. It's not moving. They want to be able to extend this fresh start, but you know, they actually have to do something about it. They can't just be in thinking mode. They have to be able to do something more positive in the 3D to get something moving towards maybe a conversation to happen, or for you guys to actually see each other face to face. Nine of Cups. They're definitely focused on wanting to reconnect with you. That's a part of what it is that they're really focused on manifesting here in 3D. So part of what they're wishing for is reconnection and for you to return. But it is clarifying, Two of Swords, you know, stuck energy, stalemate. It's not moving right now. They recognize that they did hurt you. We do have the Three of Swords here. They hurt you. They broke your heart. They love you though. You know, they have some real legitimate feelings for you. They're attracted, the chemistry, whole 9 yards. You could be dealing with a Gemini here. But ultimately, they made a choice that separated the two of you. Yeah. The World cycle. Whatever the cycle is that broke your heart, I feel they're picking up off of how intense that actually was. I don't see the Tower card here, but that's what it felt like, you know. They know that they're responsible for why things played out the way that it did. But here's really what they're focused on. They want to be able to manifest something solid with you in the 3D. Whether or not that can actually happen, I feel both of you have to be on board. I feel there's a lot of unfinished business here between you and this person. You know, maybe you needed a sign, maybe you needed to see this message that they want you back, they want you to return, but there's also this understanding why it's not happening, because it might have something to do with either they tend to self-sabotage or they're just afraid to see where this goes, if you would reject them, if you would be open to talking about it or even getting back together. So that's why things are stuck and why we have this stalemate going on here. But, you know, hopefully, if you're really wanting this person to return and be a part of your life again, they'll find the courage to be able to take that first step. That's what I've got for you, Aries. So if you are interested in your own reading, that info is down below in the description box. I will link the decks you see here. Thank you so much, guys. I'll see you next time.